Hello, so my name is Megan Zaisha. I am your instructor today. This is Western Horse Halter, and there are, I believe, 11 entries here. When I looked on the list, I had seen some of them in previous classes, so I'm sorry for some redundant comments, but things don't really change in Halter. So, okay, so this horse off the bat seems to be, tracking up just fine at the trot. Appeared straight-legged in the front at the walk from what I could see as he was walking up to me. Remembering that it's about 30-70 in terms of movement and conformation. Okay, so in terms of the conformation here, maybe a little steep in the shoulder. Really nice, like very pretty coat on this horse, real shiny. And a little hard to see against the sun on this particular side, but could be a little trimmer in the underline, perhaps. Maybe a little bit longer in the back than I'd like to see, but nice entry. Okay, and this horse, I believe I saw earlier. So obviously kind of a performance type horse, a little steep in the shoulder, maybe just the neck ties down lower than maybe I'd like. The horse is very balanced, nice across the croup, and very attention getting in terms of lots of eye appeal. Pretty head, pretty neck, nice short back. So this is definitely lots of credit earning things happening with this particular entry. So looks really good. Thank you. Next one. Okay, and this one I saw earlier. And in the earlier classes, I think this is the same video. So in the earlier classes, when I saw this horse, I complimented its balance. It's very balanced in terms of if you look at the thirds, if you divide the horse into thirds, it looks like about the same amount of mass in each. Nice and level across the top line, a nice slope in the shoulder. So lots of really good things about this particular horse. This is Western horse at Halter, so you do have to take that into consideration aside from just conformation. We have to consider the form to function as well. So just kind of a note if we wonder about why we might have placed high in one class and not as high in another, for example. So really nice horse. I love the way that neck ties in. There are lots of credit earning things here in this particular entry as well. Okay, thank you. Next one. Okay, and I was able to see this horse earlier as well. Horse strides up well underneath itself. In terms of conformation, as I'm looking at it here, maybe a little steep in the shoulder again, but a nice short back. So that ratio top line to underline is correct. It shows lots of balance. Really isn't, when you think about young horses are sometimes really high in the hip. You can see that here, but it's not extreme, so it's not offensive by any case. Really nice hip on this horse. Really pretty neck, pretty head. I love the color, great color. So lots of really nice things happening with this horse as well. Okay. Next. Probably one of the happier horses I've seen about showing his teeth. Her teeth, I should say. It is mare's after all. Or I'm sorry, the video is labeled mare, I should say. Okay, I was kind of trying to watch in the hind end, the movement in the hind. Nothing offensive, just kind of noticeable. Nice horse, really nice horse in terms of the conformation here as you're setting him up. This is the desirable kind of shoulder angle. When you look at the ratio of top line to bottom line, is it 1:2 or close to it? I'd say it's pretty close to it. We want to try and draw a box around our horse's hip, and this is certainly kind of close to that, closer than other entries perhaps I have seen. Really nice. I can see the muscle definition in this horse. It has a nice thin neck, throat latch area, pretty head. So this is a strong entry in the Western class. Okay, take a look at those front legs perhaps, and all good. All right, thank you. All right. Next. This horse too I got to see earlier. In the ranch horse class, I believe. Really nice, first impression is really nice horse. Walks up to me straight, trots up underneath itself, straight-legged there. When we look at the profile here, again, lots of balance in this horse. I'm not sure, could maybe use a little more definition, if we're thinking about halter anyways. Nice hip on the horse, maybe kind of an average slope in the shoulder perhaps, but a really nice, a strong, very, I could say a consistent across the way horse, pluses kind of all the way across. So very good. Okay. This horse off the bat shows a little more a finer bone structure than some of the others. Not to say that that is a negative, just something that I notice as it walks up to me. Very balanced in its movement. Definitely, of course, more on the performance side of things rather than a halter kind of looking horse. Balanced as well in conformation. Not long backed, but a little longer in the back. A good angle in the shoulder. A decent hip. Would I like more? Yes, but it is fits nicely with this particular horse being more of a performance horse. We don't want our horses to look like they came from, different pieces of different horses either. So, nice. There's really nice entry as well. This looks very balanced, and actually I can see more definition on this side than on the other, and it might be the lighting. Sometimes it's the horse's color, so that's why I walk all the way around. Okay, and nice straight legs. So really good. Another really good entry. Pretty head. The ears prick forward there. It looks cute in the head. So another nice entry. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Four left, I believe. Now this horse too, I saw earlier. I know that this horse is senior because it was in the aged class. So there are some things that come with age that are visible in this horse. And she wears her age really well. Has nice muscle definition. As she trots away, I noticed that trots up nicely underneath herself. Everything appears sound in this horse. A little bit steeper in the shoulder, a little sway in the back. Would like to see the top line a little stronger, maybe the bottom line a little stronger. Long backed too, and so sometimes as they get older, there's just more room for that to kind of scoop down a little bit. Really pretty head, pretty throat latch area, balanced. So it's a very nice entry. So very, very good. Strong entry. Thank you. All right. Next one. I also judged this horse, I think, in maybe the Hunter horse at Halter class. I can't recall, but again, I'm sorry, redundant comments in the Halter. Pretty head. This horse tracks up nicely. Kind of a little floaty in its trot. Again, good balance in this horse. Steeper shoulder than you'd like, but nothing, it's not straight up and down. Some good muscle definition in the hind end. Nice neck, strong across the back. So there are lots of pluses for this entry as well. Lots of good horses in this class. All right. Hey, I think I've also seen this horse. Really nice entry. Very attention-getting horse, and I believe he's two from I think I saw him in the 2-year-old class. So that explains a little bit of the height in the hip. Again, that is not an offensive thing either in this horse. There are horses that are, much higher or have a much bigger difference between the hip and the withers. So it's not offensive. It's just something I'm commenting on. This is a nicely balanced horse. Again, more of the performance type. Just another comment, not a drawback. Nice neck, clean throat latch. And for such a, I shouldn't say such a, but for a young horse, shows, looks like an older horse. Doesn't have that kind of ganglyness. It's just another comment on its balance, even as it's still growing here to show it's showing that balance. So, it's strong for a 2-year-old in the hind end. It's got a nice strong hip on it. Like when she pulls the neck out here, that looks really pretty. Nice shoulder. And then of course doing some of that young horse stuff. So really good. Great entry. Thank you. All right, last one. So source, I have a little bit of difficulty evaluating the trot. There just wasn't a lot to see, a lot of it to see. And then, if you were standing up on all fours, how would this look different is the question. You can kind of envision that, but you have to judge what you are presented. So there are some good things happening. You can see some muscle in this horse, but you also see a sway back. Perhaps he's a little older, not a real, shallow sloping shoulder that we like to see. So there are some faults and also some good things at that horse. So great class. Thank you so much.